Hi guys, this is another video related to TKinter. Today we will learn how to make frames. So let us first understand what frames exactly is. Okay, if it is not visible, just wait a second. Yep, hashtag frame. Okay, so what frame is? Just wait a second, I'll explain you what frame actually is. So this is our TKinter window. I'm sorry, TKinter window, and for example, or let us first consider a website, right? So you have a normal website. This is the page of your website. Here you have a column of something like links. Here are the columns for links, right? Here, right here is the column for your links, and just wait a second. Here is the main info, right? Main info for your website, whatever the content of the website is. Okay, and just wait. And here you have your new post about the information in the content in a particular website, right? So what these are actually frame. This is one frame. Okay, this is one frame, right? The red one, the gray one is second frame, the blue one is the third frame. So these are frames which divides our window or web page in a website, right? So I'll make this with the help of TKinter. Okay, we'll make something similar to this, right? Okay, so let us jump to the code for frames. So let us repeat our general process. That is, first import, or import my TKinter, or this is the wrong syntax, I'm sorry, from TKinter import and dash, right? You have this, then we have to create screen. Usually people name screen as root, so that's okay too, because screen is a variable, right? So then we have our screen dot main loop. Okay, main loop. Yep. Okay, yeah, this is our screen. I'm sorry, this is our screen, right? Let us define the geometry for the same. So screen dot geometry, I'm sorry, geometry, which should be 600 by 600, right? 600 by 600. Yeah, that's actually very big. I'll try to make it smaller. 300 by 300. How about that? A little bit more. 400 by 400. Yeah, okay, that's pretty much. So what we have to do is we have to take this TKinter. We have to make a frame which is the corner frame, right? Which has less, whose width is much comparatively less to the other frames, right? I'll just show you. So to create frame, you have to first, of course, create a variable name as frame, and then inside it you have to write label frame, and inside, of course, your screen, comma, let the text be something, right? Let the text be what should I say? This is frame 1. Okay, right. And then we have frame dot back, something like this. But yeah, this won't be visible until and unless I add something to the frame, right? So let us add something to the frame. Let it be, or yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot. No, okay, so let us add something to the frame. Let us add a button, a simple button. I'll write it frame because we have to insert the button inside the frame, right? Text is equal to button, right? Text is equal to button, and dot back. How about that? I'm sorry, yeah. Yep, you see the frame. I hope the frame is visible. This part, the border part. If it is not, I'll write frame comma bd is equals to 10. 10 is actually a lot. 5. Okay, now I think it's clearly visible. Okay, so let us jump. But what if we have to increase the height, width, right? Height, width, and the position of the frame. So this is particularly very simple. You have to write place, and inside it you know what to do, right? X equals to 0, y is equals to 0, or align it yourself. Then you have to write height the usual code. Height is equals to, let it be 100, or not in string, I'm sorry, 100, comma width is equal to 100, and control x control b. Yep, you get your everything, right? Consider that when you use pack, when you normally use pack, the button is inserted in the middle of the screen, but instead of screen you have written frame here. That means the button would be placed between the frame if you use pack. Okay, I hope that's clear. So this is frame 1. You have your button which does nothing for now. Okay, so control s control b. Height, I think I have to increase height, right? Let it be 500 something. Yep, that's actually a lot. 400. Okay, that's perfect. This is the ending part. If I increase this, this is the ending part, right? And a little bit of width as well. It'll be 200. 200 is actually a lot, but 200 is actually a lot. 100 only, 130. Okay, that's fine. That's acceptable. You can also use grid here. Okay, so there's no issue with using grid and pack inside a frame. Okay, when you use a screen, you cannot write grid and pack for the same piece of code while using screen. But when you are using frame and you are inserting data, inserting text inside the frame, you can use both grid and pack. Okay, so this is our button 1. What people do is actually, instead of this padx this x is equals to y, x is equals to 0, y is equals to 0, they use padx and pad y. So that is also good. If I use padx is equals to 10 comma pad y is equal to 10, that's also good. So yeah, that's also good. It has moved a little bit, moved the button a little bit. So yeah, that is also a good thing to sing. Okay, but you can always use place, so that doesn't matter. Okay, so let us move ahead. We have created our first frame, so let me just wait a second. Yep, I'll drag first frame. I hope my screen is visible. Yep, so first frame. Now let us create a second frame, right? I told you about this figure. Right? We'll have something like this. I'm sorry, it is just a rough sketch. Then we'll have this window which we have just created it, and then we'll have this window, and this is the last window, right? So we'll create this, don't worry. Now we have our second frame. Okay, so second frame, so we'll define it as frame, I'm sorry, frame2 is equal to label frame. Just copy this, I'd say just copy this, right? Okay, right, yeah, this is my frame2, pad x, pad y, whatever you want. So you do frame dot place, and it should be placed just next to my first frame, right? Frame2, I'm sorry, frame2. Yep, so it should be just placed next to my first frame, right? And my first frame's width is 130. That means this x should be 130, right? Let me explain you. Let me just explain you. Yep, so for example, this is my screen, or I'll just make another screen with the help of rectangle. Okay, so this is my screen, right? This is, I'm not changing the colors. This is my first frame, and the width, I should say, yeah, the width of this frame is the width. This is the width is 130, right? This is 130. Height, you all know, it is 400, right? 400. So the position of the second frame, right? Position of a second frame which is placed here. Position of a second frame should start from x is equals to 130, because this is x is equals to 130. Sorry, x is equals, yeah, I'm sorry, x is equals to 130, because y is going to be the same. Y is going to be all over the place, right? It's all over the place. It's all over the place because y is going to be the same, but your x axis is changing. Okay, I hope it's clear. So that's why it's going to be x equals to 130. So you have to smartly and mathematically choose your frames, your screen, your geometry of the screen, and that all. So you have y is equals to 0, let it be 0 only, and let's see what we have. Okay, we don't have anything because we have not yet written into or add something into our first or second frame. I'm sorry. Okay, so we'll create a button as well. Yep, button. So it should be frame 2 comma text is equals to button 2, right? Grid dot grid grid dot control B. Yep, yeah. Now you can change height, length, and whatever you want. So this is gonna be this. Let me just copy this, and then we'll make the changes at the same. Control S, Control B, and yep, yeah. So we have to increase width and decrease the height. Okay, so we have to increase width to, I'll take 200, not 200, 150 something, not 150, it should be 200 only, 250 I think, 240. Okay, yep, almost there, almost. Okay, that's good, right? Okay, that's good. We can, yeah, that's good. Okay, so this is our second frame, and we have to reduce the height as well. So height could be reduced by doing 300 or something else. Let me just do it 250. 250 would be good. Yep, so this is your second frame. Now I hope you will be able to make your third frame as well, but of course, to make the because of the purpose of this video, I'm also going to design the third frame, but I highly recommend you to try it yourself. Okay, so let me just go back, and we'll make third frame as well. Okay, so third frame, Control B. This should be the third frame. Third. This is frame 3. Frame 3, right? And it should be placed. Its x-axis should be same. Its y-axis should differ to 250. Okay, because of its height. Right? I'm not gonna explain you again. So yeah, that should work. And it worked properly. It's just that we have to reduce the height of this. You see height is going outside, so we have to reduce the height. Okay, height should be almost 150. Yep, perfect. So these are your frames, these are your buttons. I'm sorry, I wrote 3 frame 3. Yep. So yeah, these are your buttons. You can apply padx and pady to adjust the place of the button, or x and y. Okay, it's always your choice. So these are the buttons, and one more thing to if you want to change the background of each the frame, it's very easy. You can go back, you can write let me just write it here only, comma. You can write, what do we say, you can write bg is equals to whatever the color, let it be orange. Yep. And if you want to change the color of the text inside our frame, it's very easy. You have to write fg, which is our foreground, and let it be black, if it could be black, and fg should be white. How about that, black and white? Yep, that's pretty much it. What if you don't write this? That's going to be your heading of your frame is hidden now. So it's very important if you write something. Let's Control B. Yeah. So you can change the color. You can change the color of your frames, and you know how to change the color of your button, right? BG, same BG and FG. So this is how you create frames. So I hope this is the end of our video. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.